All right, Shalom, Kohalo, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Barak Kodash, the one elder apostle, teachable well, peace, infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and sincerity. All right, coming at you with a lesson. Major prophecy is unfolding on all fronts. All right, and we got this new video from Dabu 7 touching on this increased military activity in Venezuela. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this play. We'll grab some scriptures, and Lord willing, might get to another video. But every day that goes on, we're one day closer to Jacob's trouble. This shit, about to hit the fan. The return of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, and we're probably gonna go into Matthew 24 to open up with. And let me grab a scripture. Matthew 24 and 6. It says, "And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So prophecy is unfolding. We're seeing rumors of wars breaking out. It's like every week you're hearing about a new war. America getting involved. A potential civil war happening in America. The division in America is at an all-time high. All right. So prophecy is unfolding on all fronts, all over the earth. Prophecy is taking place. All right, but without further ado, let's watch this video. Let's get into it.
This is Dabu 7, and by all accounts, it's about to pop off in Venezuela. Many Americans sleeping on this, but a massive war is about to begin. And this is going to involve America, and it's going to run all the way up to our border. They are stating right at the gate that this is a narco-drug type of operation, but Maduro and his people feel like this is another attempt to come and overthrow him. It could all be bundled together, which is probably what is about to happen. We have destroyers, Poseidons, everything you can think of surrounding them down here in the Caribbean. And he is rallying troops, putting them on the border areas around the coastline, and they just suffered a massive blackout. Their main city of Caracas just got rocked by what they're calling electrical sabotage.
Mm-hmm. All right. And, this goes back to the hatred that Esau has for the Israelites anyways. All right. But the number one resource that Venezuela produces is oil. And actually, I think they're the number one. What nation? Let me do a quick fact check. What? All right, what's Venezuela's most valuable resource? Venezuela's most valuable resource is petroleum, specifically its world's largest proven crude oil reserves. Okay? Okay? So, this place is known for petroleum, Venezuela, natural gas as well. Well, the country also has substantial natural gas, iron ore. Its economy has historically depended on oil. All right, so we see Esau is about to come in with wrath over there. All right, so this is just more wars, rumors of wars taking place. All right, and their electrical grid is being pretty much attacked. All right, so we go, and Venezuela is allied with Russia. So Russia's American Venezuela end up going to war. Russia's gonna come to the aid of Venezuela. So this is just more stuff unfolding, prophecy unfolding. Paving the way for Yahweh Shai to ultimately come back and bring them missiles. All right, and the destruction. Let's keep playing it.
So, massive blackout here hitting as they're rallying. You can see here, and they're preparing for war. Here you can see a U.S. guided missile cruiser spotted crossing the Panama Canal as we've got these warships heading to the area. This is real deal, the big guns going for Maduro. So it's about to go down, and the whole news cycle is going to change. This is going to affect everything big time, and there's going to be blowback. Doing things like shutting the lights out in their whole entire capital is very, very indicative of a strike about to happen. And again, Americans would be crazy to think that this can't happen to them. There will be some type of blowback, counter attack from them once this all kicks up. And I feel it's going to be huge, and it's going to be ongoing. You're going to see car bombings. You're going to see all types of stuff. You're going to see the craziest of the crazy brought to America, and it's all by design. And they've been waiting to play this card for some time. So it's about to begin. They have a plan, especially if you're in one of the border cities down by our southern border that could see an influx of targeted attacks and things like that, since it will be the easiest for them to get to and to pull off. But this is widespread everywhere. A heads up, I'll leave links here. Join me for the live show going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, talking about this and a whole lot more in greater detail.
So this is Esau flexing his blessing yet again, all right, which is the sword. All right, remember Esau's blessing was the sword. And those people in Venezuela are Israelites, man. Majority of them, all right? Majority of Jake is over there, man. All right, and Venezuela's number one resource is oil, and they're tied in with Russia. You got America sending military troops over there, warships, you know, so on and so forth. So this Third World War is about to pop off, okay? Let me grab this real quick. All right, this is Revelation 11 and 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, so the second woe is going into World War II, and the third woe is World War III, which is going to take place very, very soon, man. Okay, very, very soon. Okay, so we're about to see, war take place on a whole nother level. Okay. So now that, let me go ahead and remove this. Let me add this to the screen if I could. All right, on top of all this happening, we got this AI infrastructure rolling out. All right, so prophecy is it's unfolding on a whole nother level, man. All right, Yahweh Shemiah Shai said the times will speed up. Let me grab that real quick. This is Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So for the elect's sake, the days are going to be shortened, man. All right, Yahweh Shemiah Shai, for the elect's sake, the days are going to be shortened, man. All right, so go ahead and play a little bit of this.
I have a phrase, know the outcome and you'll see the journey. If you don't know the planned outcome, then everything seems random, bewildering. What's going on? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? But if you know what the outcome is planned to be, then suddenly the bewildering becomes very clear steps to the outcome. And the outcome is a global digital artificial intelligence controlled dystopia, the like of which and the extreme of which most people couldn't comprehend because they've never experienced anything like it. But it's unfolding by the hour now, faster and faster and faster, because this global cult has been leading us there step by step by step by step by step. And the ultimate goal is the fusion of the human brain, human body with artificial intelligence. So the human brain is controlled by artificial intelligence.
Yep, and that's the plans of the elite, right? Their plan, which, you know, the elder apostles have been right, and everybody's going to find out that the premier camp on earth is Great Millstone. That's the #1 Hebrew Israelite camp going into these prophecies, the affiliates as well. This is the goal of the elites, man. This is their enterprise, as the scriptures say, right? Their enterprise is to get everybody on earth chipped, all right? And every day that goes on, we're seeing this system, you know, getting prepared, man. Right? So let's go there real quick. This system is pretty much here, man. The complete digital infrastructure, you know, the total digital infrastructure is here, man. It's only a matter of time before they roll this microchip out, man. But this is Job 5:12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Their enterprise is this new world order that they want to achieve, man. All right. Ultimately, Esau is not going to get everybody chipped, but the Lord is going to allow these devils to get the majority of the world chipped. All right, now let's go back a little bit on this video. By the way, fair use.
Faster. Because this global cult has been leading us there step by step by step by step by step. And the ultimate goal is the future.
Yeah, and what that's called, it's called gradualism, right? That's how Esau is rolling this microchip out, the infrastructure. He's not just going to wake up one day and a microchip going to pop up in your face. No, it's going to be, everything is going to go gradually. You know, that's what we see over the years. You see everything going digital. First, they had a credit card. You swipe your credit card. Then they put a chip in the credit card. Now they got tap to pay with your Apple phone. Soon they want to put that technology inside of you, which is the mark of the beast. Okay? And as this mark of the beast infrastructure is rolling out, you got wars breaking out all over the world. You got this guy, Donald Trump, is doing a great work on bringing chaos all over the world, man. All right? And on top of that, you're going to have a very major supply chain issue coming soon with all these tariffs, famine. You know, we see an orchestrated famine coming. All right? Everything's lining up, man.
Fusion of the human brain, human body with artificial intelligence. So the human brain is controlled by artificial intelligence. What we think is dictated by AI, and our emotional reactions are dictated by AI, and that's the ultimate control, if you think about it.
And that's what Esau wants. Esau wants total control. That goes back to the interview that Alex Jones and Aaron Russo had. Aaron Russo said that's what the elites want. One of the Rockefellers, I believe it was David Rockefeller. You know, he was close with Aaron Russo, and they had an interview, and Aaron Russo was airing out all the dirty laundry, okay? Airing everything out, man. And pretty much what the elite told Aaron Russo is, look, man, we want total control. And how are they going to get total control? Is by this AI, man. This artificial intelligence. And ultimately the microchip, the brain chip, the chip that goes in the hand, which is going to be total control over the population. And this is what John the Revelator saw in the book of Revelation, right? And this is going to be the time of Jacob's trouble coming. Jeremiah 30 is about to take place on a whole nother level. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, 2nd Ezra chapter 16. All right. All these major scriptures, prophecies is about to unfold, man. All right. Revelation 13. I'm going to play a little bit more of the video and then we'll get to the prophecy.
And like I say, money is a massive central system of control. And it controls freedom by controlling choice. And so you have this global cult, which goes back a very, very long time, that created the financial system that we experience today. And we're in the process of going into an even more dystopian one using digital currencies. But up to this point, they've created this system in which you lend people money that doesn't exist called credit, and you charge them interest on it.
Yeah, and that's going into that thick clay. Let's go into that real quick. Pull my blue letter up, Baba Kushab, bear with me. All right, because this is a debt-based system. Esau is literally printing money out of thin air. And that's why you see the debt, the U.S. debt clock was at 37 trillion, probably 38 now. And it's more than that, right? But soon this bubble is going to burst. And that's the part of the plan anyway. Okay? So they can roll out the new money. And the new money is going to be totally digital. It's going to be totally stored on the microchip. All right? And we're going to see what these other Israelite camps do. We're telling you 100%. We know 100% without a doubt the microchip is the mark of the beast. This microchip is about to come, man. All right? Society as you know it is going to be in shock. It's going to catch them as a thief, as the scriptures say, man. But we are watching. Scriptures call us the watchmen, right? And we're watching everything, right? We're watching everything that's happening in the news, you know? All right? Habakkuk. And scriptures say money is a defense, right? Wisdom is a defense. All right? But this world has the love of money, especially Jake, 2/3 of our people. You know, most of our people think, oh, you know, their life revolves around how much money they make. But yeah, you need money to survive in this society, and you know. But soon, nah, man, it's gonna be whether you have faith, if you believe on Yahweh Shemel Shai, because money is not gonna be able to deliver you in the times we coming into, man. All right, let me grab it. I'm already in there. Yeah, Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2. We'll start at 3. Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right, so the vision, the prophecies is happening. Okay? Yahweh Shemel Shai is making these prophecies come to pass, man. All right? And it's happening quick. Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And who is this that transgresses by wine? Is going into Esau, Edom. All right? And the wine represents his philosophies, okay? though he transgressed by one. All right. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, man. All over the world, man. You know? It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. And how is Esau going to heap unto him all people, get control over the whole world? Is with this technology, right? This microchip technology, man. All right. Verse 6, Habakkuk 2:6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Now, when you go into the word in the Greek or in the Hebrew or thick clay, okay, abtit, I believe is what it is. It says weight of pledges, heavy debts, and that's going into this devil's system, this debt-based system, printing money out of thin air. Okay, let's go back on the video a little bit.
System. Point. They've created this system in which you lend people money that doesn't exist, called credit, and you charge them interest on it. Now, there's many things that come from that. First of all, through fractional reserve lending, and as they call it, the banks and financial institutions are able to lend far more than they have on deposit. Through fractional reserve lending, they only have to have a certain amount in reserve to lend vastly more, and that's called credit. And so they lend you credit, which has never, does not, and will never exist. And if you don't pay it back, plus interest, then they get from wealth that they've conjured out of nowhere, they get in return, if you can't pay it back, wealth that does exist. Your home, your business, your land, your possessions, your car, whatever.
See, this is part of, what we're about to witness is the squeeze. This devil's about to take everything, right? Everything you own. The scriptures say they shall cast some of you out of your houses. And it's all going to be tied to the monetary system. You know, you got to pay rent. You want to keep your lights on, you got to pay your light bill. You know, things that actually have some type of value, but you're paying with it with something that's thin air. And a lot of time it's digital money. A lot of people don't even carry cash anymore. So it's all over the phone. You're making transactions and, you know, paying your light bill over the phone and doing all this stuff paying your rent over the phone, you know. But if you don't pay it, they take your actual possession. They'll take your car, they'll take your house, and that's the plan, is to get everything, to squeeze everything out of people. And then what they're going to do is they're going to offer it back, but you got to take the chip. You want to get your house back, you want to pay your rent, you want to get your car back. Just, hey, you got to take the chip. Oh, and on top of that, we'll put you on a universal basic income, a UBI. Okay, that's what these devils want. They want a universal basic income, where everybody gets a certain amount per month, free money. All right, they're going to bribe the people. Okay, the scriptures go into that. The miracles, all right, and give you free money. On top of, you know, if you're blind, you can see again. All right, you grab it. in Revelation 13. In 14, it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Right? So this devil has been given power of miracles on the left-hand side. You know, we see people walk again that are paraplegic. We see people that can't see. Yeah, you can see again. Just take this brain chip. You know? So a lot of people are going to be deceived into taking the chip because of the different miracles that they're going to promote. All right? Go ahead and watch some more.
And this exchange of non-existent fresh air credit for the wealth of the world is how we've got to the point now where a handful of billionaires basically control a vast segment of human wealth. I mean, some years ago now, a handful of billionaires owned more wealth than half the world's poorest population, the poorest half of the world's population. What the hell must it be now? And so what you're doing is you are absorbing and accumulating choice. And as you accumulate it and absorb it, you're taking it from the population. And so they become slaves to you because they're trying to get by and put food on the table when the money's simply not in circulation for vast tracts of them to do so. But there's another aspect to this, which is how it comes about. When you go to a bank and you borrow, say, £100,000, they type into your account £100,000, which has never, does not, and will never exist, called credit. But you're not paying back £100,000. You're paying back £100,000 plus interest. The interest isn't created, which means this: at no point is there enough money, credit, in circulation to pay back all the debt and all the interest on the debt. There's simply not enough money in circulation to do that.
Yeah, and people are starting to realize that. And ultimately, this bubble is about to burst, man. I'm playing a little bit more. I'm going to close it out with Revelation 13. That'll be that.
And so when you've got a boom and an expansion of the economy, that can be hidden a bit, not for everybody. But when you have any form of contraction of the economy, it becomes painfully obvious there's not enough money to pay back all the debt and all the interest on the debt, which means that encoded in the system by design is people losing their homes, their businesses, their land, their resources, their livelihoods. And this system has been running, for centuries now. The Rothschilds were massively influential in creating it. And now we're on the way to creating a digital money and digital currencies, which will take this system of control through money onto a whole new level that we've never seen before. People are self-limiting their sense of the possible so that they don't see shit. It's targeting all of us. Yes, left, right, Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu. But because of this belief system prison that people live in and are manipulated to live in, I understand why they do. People don't see the picture where the answers lie. And The reason I'm so vehement about it now is because the walls are closing in faster and faster and faster. Okay, so when AI is connected to the human brain, is AI controlled by this force going to manifest the question, who am I? Where am I? What is this place? How's this control system work? No, you're just going to become basically a computer terminal on someone else's internet.
Total control. All right, so let's get it. Revelation 13 in verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So soon you're not going to be able to buy and sell without this technology, all right, that he's talking about. Okay? So the major prophecies unfolded, man, from war, earthquakes, signs in the heavens, digital infrastructure, everything is here, man. It's only a matter of time. All right, so call Yahweh Shai. Next time, Shalom. Continue to watch.